This shit ain't the same, so I can't film it.
December 4th, 1960.
Y'all boys, I'm about to react to why the U.S. government murdered Fred Hampton. Right now, I'm cooking some eggs and waffles. So, yeah, let's get into it.
Akua Njeri was 19 years old and sleeping next to her fiancé, the Illinois Black Panther Party chairman, Fred Hampton.
The next thing I remember was someone in our room shaking Chairman Fred. Chairman, wake up, wake up. Plaster was flying off the wall. You could smell the cordite from the gunshot. If you've ever been under gunfire, 5 minutes is 5 hours.
I think I'm in a different reality because I swear to God, when I first started learning about the Black Panthers and shit, I could have sworn that this situation that they're about to explain, I'm pretty sure the police came in the house because a rat gave up Fred Hampton's location. They came in the house and they killed him. They tried to say that he fired first, but in reality, they went there to execute them. We call those peoples. Let's add an S on a word that's already plural. Okay. We call those people mercenaries. These are like people who pretend like it's their one thing to do one job and it's really another. So for instance, if neighborhood A is beefing with neighborhood B, and C is the government, FBI, whoever the fuck C is, it could be literally anybody. C decides to disguise themselves as B and go slide on group A, kill them, and now A think it was B. And 9 out of 10, B is so fucking in their ego that they're gonna take credit for C's work because it makes them look good and it's profitable to them. So group C is basically, oh shit, see look, burning shit. Group C is the mercenaries, or in this situation, group C is those cops who came to annihilate or assassinate Fred Hampton. And the reason I think I'm in a different timeline is because I could have sworn when I was first learning about the Black Panthers, I could have sworn that they did this to Hueynewton, but apparently they didn't. Apparently.
To you, it seems like forever. The shooting started back then. Then another voice unfamiliar to me said, "He's good and dead now." I knew they were talking about Chairman Fred.
Oh my God! Oh, this goddamn grease.
Fred Hampton was murdered by his government. But before that, he was a leader in a movement practicing a new kind of activism. A movement targeted because of its power to unite people.
Marking 1964 as a historic year in race relations, on July 2nd, President Johnson signed into law the Civil Rights Act. It was the strongest...
In the 1960s, racial progress in the U.S. was at a turning point. Activists won major civil rights victories, and the era of Jim Crow laws came to an end. But at the end of the decade, there were still deep social and economic gaps for Black people across the country. Black Americans continued to face high poverty, poor housing, and unemployment, and they still had little to no political representation. These disparities and an increase in brutal police violence led to uprisings across the country. Many young Black activists grew frustrated that the changes they'd hoped for hadn't come.
It's just the opposite of being a white man. That's about the best I can abbreviate that for you.
After the police killing of an unarmed Black teen in San Francisco, 2 activists in Oakland, California, Bobby Seale and Huey P. Newton, founded what was initially called the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. Newton had studied law and knew it was legal to carry arms in California as long as they were not concealed. The Panthers began to patrol their communities. As the movement grew, several highly publicized confrontations with police would bring about mainstream awareness of the Black Panther Party. The allegations in these confrontations were serious, but the public accounts of them were typically one-sided and shaped largely by police. Media coverage depicted party members as a caricature of Black militancy.
The Black Panther Party was portrayed as a marauding gang. They say their goal was to kill all the white people.
In reality, the Panthers did call for radical change.
What they were hoping for was a revolution to overthrow the capitalist enterprise.
But what they called revolution might not actually sound so radical today.
Focused on socialism's way of solving economic needs. They looked to places like Canada, which always had a democratic political system, but the economic system has always been socialism. So they want a democratic socialist country here in the United States, which they saw as a more equitable, more humane system.
They released a 10-point plan for broad social reform that called for an end to police brutality and for Black employment, housing, education, and freedom from prison and jails.
This is why I fought with the Black Panthers. I fought with the Black Panthers because they was on that time, and they was on that time until where like they say I will come in and I'll take this shit if I got to, but they'll still go the route of the law. They'll still abide by the law. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, me first coming up and shit, me being a revolutionist, my first initial thing was I just want to take this shit back. Like I just want, oh y'all did all this, y'all ancestors was on this time and y'all came here, killed us by the millions, then told us it was the Native Americans, they weren't melanated people actually that was here before us. You know what I'm saying? Even though Native American are melanated beings, so it's like they, you know what I'm saying? They, don't get me wrong, all skin folk ain't kinfolk, so they ain't just. Nigga ain't just, you know what I'm saying, clicked up because he's Black. But I knew that time and how they came on us, bro, that they just came and slaughtered shit. So it's like, bro, what the fuck? Time for your karma. But in reality, bro, you ain't nobody fucking karma, bro. You can't say what's meant to happen to these people. That ain't your job, nigga. You ain't they God, nigga. What the fuck? Don't get me wrong, protect yourself at all costs. But I really was going about it on some Nat Turner shit. And we see what happened to Nat Turner, goofy ass. Nah, he ain't no goofy. Let's respect that man's name. But we see what happened to his ass. He got his ass smoked. Being on that time, cuz. And man, you don't fight this. This not a war you fight with violence, cuz. This not a war you fight physically, cuz. This is a war you fight spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Uplift your people. You know what I'm saying? Go out in the community, get to know the people, and figure out what they desire, what they want, and what they need, and try to make all that meant together to help. You don't just look at your people and say, okay, but these people living like this, they don't want help. That ain't truthful. That's not true, cause anybody there's a lot of people act like they got it all together that really don't got it all together. Sometimes you do this shit. So how would you feel if somebody had the opportunity to help you and they didn't do it, like you say the government is doing, or like you saying these people are doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, go out in your community, add to your community, and still go the law way. Figure out ways to change things inside the judicial system or the system just in general that needs to be changed. You know what I'm saying? I got things that I'm thinking of. I don't even want to speak about because it's like, you know how that shit go. You niggas heard what you want to do, and they get the perception of what's gonna happen and start creating your reality. So I don't really say too much, but goddamn yeah, folk. You gotta play both sides with the shit, and by both sides, I mean you gotta have your foot in both doors. You gotta have your foot in the streets and your foot inside the courthouse too. You know what I'm saying? Cause that shit matter, folks. Even if the courts is all bad or whatever niggas want to say, nigga, that system, the way it's set up and how it is, it's set up. That's a good design, huh? It's a good design. So like, yeah, bro, if somebody do something wrong, cause they have the right to a fair trial, that makes fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? You don't want no fucking alleged rapist or alleged killer just walking around. So yes, even though you're innocent until proven guilty, nigga, you're gonna sit in here until we know if you're guilty or innocent, because what you're accused of is some crazy ass shit. And if you are really who you're accused of being, we don't want you out here roaming around like real shit. So it's like, oh.
Chapters began forming across the country. They started to implement social programs, which they called survival programs.
The Panthers would say, put that theory into practice. If you really want to change minds, if you really want to meet the people where they are, you have to give them the services which they need.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want, and watch it take.
The programs included food and clothing drives, free health clinics, and sickle cell disease testing, and were funded largely by volunteers and donations from businesses. One of their biggest programs was a free breakfast for children initiative.
Here we are living in 1966, 67, is the most wealthy nation in the world. And kids were going to school hungry, especially in African American communities. So one of the first community service programs were free breakfast for school children.
And all the children had to do was come.
It was during this time that Akua and Jerry, then known as Deborah Johnson, met Fred Hampton.
I was a student at Wright City College, and Chairman Fred had come up to the school to speak. And he said, at the breakfast program, we feeding over 3,000 children a week. We're serious about making power to the people of reality. We're not just sitting up here jaw-jabbing and talking shit, you know. We about work. And I said, damn, we serious about this business.
Fred Hampton grew up in Maywood, Illinois, just west of downtown Chicago. He became president of his local NAACP Youth Council in 1967, at 19 years old. Shortly after, he was recruited by a founder of the Illinois chapter of the Black Panther Party.
That you can jail revolutionaries, but you can't jail a revolution. Right.
Because of his charismatic skills, he quickly rise to the top of the crop.
Here he is at age 21, building and leading the Illinois chapter Black Panther Party.
Soon after they met, and Jerry and Hampton became a couple.
Anybody that has met him or heard him speak, they say he wasn't bullshit. He was for real.
You have to understand, the people have to be the prize. If you dare to struggle, you dare to win. If you dare not to struggle, then goddamn it, you don't deserve to win. Let me say peace to you if you're willing to fight for it.
Chicago in particular was a place where the party's ideals especially resonated. It was then the second largest American city, and due to decades of discriminatory policies, also one of the most segregated. Chicago's mayor at the time, Richard J. Daley, opposed neighborhood integration. And in the 1950s, the city had begun to redevelop certain neighborhoods, pushing low-income residents out and into densely packed, high-rise public housing in already overcrowded neighborhoods. Black people were pushed primarily to the south and west side of Chicago. A large Puerto Rican population was here in Lincoln Park, and poor white people were concentrated here in.
I've been seeing a lot of places I grew up in getting gentrified. That's what we call it. But that is happening. They're pushing out low income and bringing in things where like you gotta pay rent. Like niggas ain't doing Section 8 over here with that. And like in my mind, I was fucking with it, but it's like in our reality, if you have these group of people who's already in these low income places, a lot of them really are there because they have to be there. Like they can't afford. You know what I'm saying? And I think just straight up gentrifying the areas, that's poor health management. Find jobs for these people. Find out what these people want and desire in life and put that near those areas. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Niggas act like niggas. And niggas are fucking ever gonna act like niggas. A nigga is an ignorant person. An ignorant motherfucker. I come from being a nigga. I know how a nigga thinks. So you should okay, yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say. So I kinda know what needs to happen because I was there. I played basketball for Oscar Smith 10th grade year, and we all had to get a specific shoe so we can match on the court. I couldn't afford that shoe. I asked my dad, and he just couldn't afford it. I know the truth was, of course, he could have made a way for me to get the shoes, but he would rather put his money somewhere else. Shoes weren't important to him because he had poverty mindset. In reality, what those shoes would have meant to me were, okay, I actually am supposed to be playing basketball instead of going out and getting my own job. Eventually, I got fed up with the basketball shit. I was a second string point guard, and I didn't know how to be a leader. And the coach kind of held a mirror up to my face and like showed me that I wasn't a good leader. And so with that being said, I got frustrated one day at practice, and that's all it took for him to hold that mirror up to me and show me I wasn't a good leader, and I quit the team. Niggas didn't want to listen, so I did my own thing, and that's not what a leader does. A leader stays with his team, you know what I'm saying? A leader and a boss are two different things. A boss is going to tell you what to do and just expect you to listen. A leader is going to show you what to do. He's going to show you what to do. Big ass difference. A leader going to show you what to do to the point where he don't even have to tell you what to do. You just automatically do it. You automatically want to do it. Maybe if I had those shoes, I would be more obligated to stay and try to be a leader. But I was already playing in some old ass shoes, and everybody else got the shoes and shit. So it was like, fuck it, I don't care. Those things are what stopped me from going down a certain path that I don't wish that I was on, but I know it kept me away from a lot of negative shit in my life. Those things I know I need to implement. So yeah, I don't even know why I started and went down that rabbit hole, but yeah.
In Uptown, these groups all faced similar problems.
They all had dilapidated schools. They all had dilapidated homes. They were all being drafted into Vietnam. Very few of those.
Not what they need, not materialistically. And of course, in order to help them spiritually and mentally, you have to give them a materialistic, some type of materialistic additive or what's the word, bonus. But realize what they need mentally to get out that mental mindset of poverty. I call it poverty mindset. That mindset sucks. You don't think that there could be better, even if you can see that there can be better, because you don't believe that you are worthy of that betterness, of that better life, the better quality. You don't think you're worthy. You are just a nigga in the hood. You know what I'm saying? That mindset. What do we need to do to change that mindset for these people? You know? And actually go out your way to actually make it happen. Don't for the oh, but I got a family to take care of, so I can't, bro. What are you showing your family? What are you leading your family to do? Are you leading your family to be selfish motherfuckers? You know what I'm saying? Again, I say all skinfolk ain't kinfolk. That's true. But you're not just trying to help your kinfolk. Or are you? Dun, dun, dun.
Few of those communities had health care.
In 1969, Hampton led the Panthers towards an unexpected alliance, a coalition of activists working across racial lines against a corrupt city government that threatened their communities.
We're going to fight racism, not racism, but we're going to fight the solidarity.
What they had in common was their poverty. So they was building a revolution based on class solidarity that transcends race, that they all had the same hell to pay.
Hampton named the group the Rainbow Coalition. It included the Black Panthers, a Puerto Rican group called the Young Lords, and a group called the Young Patriots, made up of largely poor white migrants from Appalachia who had moved to Chicago seeking economic opportunity.
We don't hate the motherfucking white people, we hate the oppressor, whether he be white, black, brown, or yellow. So we got to know that.
I don't mean sing Kumbaya and make a quilt. I'm talking about bringing them together on common things they could unite on. Not everything, but who could say that children do not deserve to have a healthy meal?
We work with anybody and form coalition with anybody that has revolution on their mind. We're not a racist organization because we understand that racism is an excuse used for capitalism.
Hampton and other Panthers helped the Young Lords and Young Patriots launch their own social programs. They organized protests together. And it was working. Members were traveling across the country to organize Rainbow Coalition chapters.
Particularly where Black Panther chapters were, but also in these rural white communities as well, to bring the revolution to bear. This blows people's minds. These people are not supposed to get along, but here they are operating as brothers of the struggles, as revolutionaries against the capitalist structure. And that was the threat to the state at the local level, but also at the national level.
In 1968, the FBI had sent around this internal memo. It outlined goals to prevent the coalition of militant Black nationalist groups and prevent the rise of a messiah who could unify and electrify the militant Black nationalist movement. It wasn't written about Hampton specifically, but by 1969,
Chairman Fred Hampton was.
Have you used social media between the ages of 8 and 18 and now you're dealing with anxiety, depression, or body image issues?
Was the one that fit the bill.
The revolution was in the air. And the ways in which the Panthers was able to transcend those racial lines, especially their charismatic leadership of one like Fred Hampton, they saw him as a greater threat even than Martin Luther King or Malcolm X ever was.
In one FBI memo about the Black Panthers' breakfast program, they claimed their real purpose was to poison minds with anti-white propaganda and indoctrinate youngsters in hate and violence.
That's one of their tactics. Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, these niggas with nigga mindsets be like, fuck them white people. They get this shit handed to them, and this and that, and this and that. No, the fuck they don't get shit handed to them. Nobody gets shit handed to them. That's not a fucking thing. That doesn't exist. Fuck. You don't get shit handed to you. They work for that shit. They are willing to suck up their fucking pride and go to work. Who gives a fuck? They are willing to play the small fish in this role right now in order to get to where they want to be, where they desire to be. Niggas. And I keep saying niggas because niggas are niggas. Niggas are not black people. Nigga, you can be purple and be a nigga. You can be green and be a nigga. But niggas, egos are so big that there's a lot of shit that they don't want to do. Like, for instance, I remember I had a job opportunity to work at a shipyard, and I didn't want to go because I didn't want to walk past this neighborhood. I knew I wasn't going to have a ride, so I knew I had to walk. I didn't want to walk past this specific neighborhood because I didn't want to be seen by specific people. That's a nigga ass mindset. Get your ass up and go to work. If those people see you and they do whatever they do, then it happens. What the fuck? I'm saying, oh, I know me. If they come to me and they try that shit, I'm gonna be big, bad, and tough. And you gonna be big, bad, tough, and dead, nigga. Which is more important? Your life, your future, or your pride? You pick.
The FBI, under the leadership of J. Edgar Hoover, had deemed the Black Panther Party as the #1 threat to the internal security of this country.
The FBI operated a counterintelligence program called COINTELPRO. It was a program that targeted dissident political groups in the U.S. Their methods typically went outside the law.
They were using tactics such as assassination, discrediting false narratives. They were falsely putting...
I'm going to talk about mkultra. mkultra is crazy because they are basically they released that information late as a bitch for a reason. They are telling you what they're doing to your ass right now. Listen, mkultra was, in fact, let me do a little bit of research. But mkultra basically was the government, whoever the fuck was doing the test, I don't fucking know. But government is just how niggas talk and how niggas understand this shit. But they were doing experiments to see how the mind would react to certain things like music, drugs, and shit like that, frequencies, all that. And so they got their fucking answers. Believe it or not, they got their fucking answers, and they know how this shit works. They know about the hertz in the music and how it affect your brain. They know how music is mind control. Like, I'm pretty sure, I don't even know because I never actually heard this, but I'm pretty sure they put these niggas on certain type of drugs and probably played music for them and see how they would act. Like in theyclonedtyrone, cause how they was showing you all that shit. They really did that shit, and it's like now they know how shit affects your mind. So this phone right here, this shit is a mkultra in your ass right fucking now. Right now. This computer right now that you're watching me on, this TV, whatever you're watching me on, is mkultra in your ass right now. It's helping program your mind to think a certain way so you can act a certain way. That's why it's very important to control your mind. Very important to go within. So it's very important to go out in nature and just be out in nature. Cause this shit, man, yeah, MK Ultra all in this motherfucker. If you know what that mean by me saying that, then you're gonna be alright. MK Ultra was a covert illegal CIA program, 1953 to what? Okay, I don't fuck the date. Aimed at researching mind control, interrogation, and behavior modification using drugs like LSD, hypnosis, and psychological torture on unwitting human subjects. It involved over 80 institutions, including the I don't give a fuck. So yeah, cuh, they just see how shit affects your brain, cuh. Like some mad scientists, real shit, and they know. And they implement this shit slightly but steadily in everything. Your fucking computer, your phone, fucking earbuds on there. Yeah, they know how frequencies work and all that. So yeah, they're oppressors. They're gonna continue to oppress you in any way possible. You know?
Putting people in prison and exile, which are all illegal.
Several Black Panthers.
That's how I believe these niggas got clapped. The Black Panthers, MK Ultra. That's how I believe they got clapped. Cause like that shit said, what it was 1953 to 1970. At the end, I think the Panthers came out in like 70, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to fucking look it up. You can, but well, look, 1990. Yeah, around that time. So it was like that's how I think they got clapped. Oh God. But the frequency of the earth is rising so high. It's like, bro, niggas out this bitch speaking with telepathy. So it's like you can't just infiltrate as easy as it was back then, you know? Gotta come a little harder. And they know that. They know that. I know I just fucked the nigga head up when I said that.
Niggas were killed or imprisoned, including the party co-founders. In Chicago, the party was also targeted by Mayor Daley and the Chicago police.
Our office was burned down at least 3.
Why the fuck is Jesus telling you that you're going to be able to do greater things than he did? This nigga took 5 pieces of fish and fed 5,000 people. Come on now.
times. People would disappear. You never see their bodies again.
Before you go to bed tonight, say I am a revolutionary. Make that the last word. In case you don't wake up, then somebody might believe it and you might, end up in what they call it, revolutionary happy hunting grounds.
Hampton, a rising star at just 21 years old, knew he was a target too. He'd been arrested in 1968 for allegedly robbing an ice cream truck and handing out $71 of ice cream. In 1969, he was sentenced to 2 to 5 years in prison. He appealed and was released on bond, but lost the appeal. He'd have to return to prison by December 6th.
Get me to understand. Just because you're trying to do good, you can't go out and do bad in order to produce that good. That's a fucked up way to think. Hey, come on guys, peace. Let's have peace. Let's do good. Let's add positivity to the world so we can raise the vibration, raise the frequency. Hey, bud, I need some diapers for my child. Okay, I got you. I'm gonna go rob this nigga real quick to get you some diapers for your fucking child because I'm trying to help. Like, what the fuck? Like, that defeats the whole purpose. You're them. They are taking advantage of us, sacrificing our life force energy to benefit them and their people. So you gonna sit there and do the same fucking thing, but call them this and call them that? No. Stop. Don't rob the ice cream man. If you can't get fucking diapers for it, just, hey, you can't get the fucking diapers. Make another way. Find another way. It's gonna take a little bit more time. You know? Can't do bad and then try to produce good. That shit bogus as fuck.
On December 4th, around 4 a.m., 14 Chicago police officers arrived outside Hampton's apartment on Chicago's west side. Inside, Hampton, Inderi, and 7 other Panthers were asleep.
I was very pregnant, and the first thing I remember was Chairman Fred had fell asleep while talking on the phone. The next thing I remember was someone in our room
started shaking the chairman. Said,
Chairman, wake up, the pigs are vamping. And I'm seeing Chairman Fred look up, and then he laid his head back down real slow.
What do you think about T-Mobile Home Internet only being $35 a month?
We need to take your mind off of this. Come check out my new man cave.
T-Mobile's got home internet, just $35 a month, and it's guaranteed for 5 years.
For a little minute, I took a break. And tell me why a fucking cop car come.
Officers kicked open the door and shot Mark Clark, a visitor from another party chapter. They shot a sleeping 18-year-old named Brenda Harris.
I kind of like, my soul already knew it was going to happen. So it's like, either I was going to get pulled over or I can make my mind think like on some shit like, nah, it ain't going to happen. But nah, that cop car is still coming. That shit's still behind you and going into your reality. Get what I'm saying? So I feel like niggas definitely know when it's their time for shit short.
Then they shot in the direction of Hampton's bed.
mattress is just going. You can feel bullets going into it.
I had moved over on top of Chairman Fred because there was shooting into our mattress. The person that had come into the room kept shouting, stop shooting, we have a pregnant sister in here. Eventually, the shooting stopped.
And Jerry was forced into the kitchen when she heard another voice.
Someone said he's barely alive.
He'll barely make it. I assume they were talking about Chairman Fred. Pig said, he's good and dead now.
As they took me out and jammed a revolver to my stomach as I was handcuffed behind my back, I didn't look towards our bedroom because I didn't know what I would see or how I would respond.
It's crazy because the oppressors are fucking with us so good that they don't even have to come down here on this frequency and do this shit to us. They can look. They got the police disliking these niggas. They got the police like, oh yeah, we really want this nigga dead. Like in their mind, he's a threat to their world. In their mind, that's how they see it. Even though the world is big enough for all of us, shit's endless. You know. But it's not how they think. They think, oh, this nigga is a nuisance. If it comes down to it, he's gonna kill us all. They really got these niggas thinking like he's a what's the word? He's racist. Like he hates white people. How do they do that? Oh yeah, I just explained it. mkultra, you fuck nigga. They doing it.
The police fired nearly 100 shots. Fred Hampton and Mark Clark were dead.
Hold on, I keep pausing the shit. But this group thinks this, and this group thinks this. And of course, we're gonna make sure that these things that they think are contradicting things. So when they come to try to come together, oh fuck no, you're not coming together. You can't even fucking agree. And guess what? People that you don't agree with, you think in your mind that they're not supposed to be here. Nigga, I will use me for example. I don't agree with how Trump and Epstein do that weird ass shit. I'm gonna keep using Trump at name. I don't go fuck if it ain't out that he was there. Nigga, I'm gonna assume, nigga, fuck it. I ain't gonna do that to another man. I'm not gonna do that to another man. I ain't even gonna do that. I don't fuck with what Epstein doing. But that's his life. That's how he chooses to live. It's not my job to say, oh yeah, you're supposed to die. Hey, yeah, you're supposed to. It ain't under me. It's other people in certain authority, certain powers, put in certain positions to decide that factor. That's not Mont. I ain't gonna lie. Mont don't decide that shit. Mont decide what goes on in his life and his life only. You know? And if my vessel has to be used for certain things, I'm all for it, but I don't wish negative on nobody. I want you to heal from that shit. I want you to get out that mindset. Maybe you ain't supposed to. Maybe that's the mindset you're supposed to leave here with, but whatever I can do to help, I'm gonna help. If that gotta be staying from around you so I don't harm you and I can live in my light, then that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, for sure.
The 7 surviving Panthers were arrested, and police smiled as they removed Hampton's body from the scene. The Chicago police and the state's attorney's office quickly shaped the narrative to call it a gun.
Put your mind inside of a officer's mind. This man is a nuisance to the community. If he gets enough power, he's gonna kill all us white folks. And we got him first? What? I'm about to get ranked when I go back to work. Nigga, I just stopped a fucking future Hitler. Nigga, I'm doing good in this world. Fuck you talking about. You might not know the full truth, but ignorance is bliss, ain't it? You know? He don't know the full truth. He know the truth that he knows. So how can you say that man wrong? How? Oh, because you know more truth than him. You do now. But what if you were back then and you be fed certain shit? They didn't have the internet like this, cuz. It was only word on the street. You know how word on the street get. Like I just said Trump was at Epstein Island. I have no fucking proof. God didn't tell me that. God ain't show me that. You told me he was friends with Epstein. And of course, if he was on that island, they are doing everything in their power to make it delayed that we know about it. I can't just assume about that, man. I can't just be like, you know. And I still don't think nigga fit to be a president. But the nigga that lead this shit representate all the niggas that's in this shit. Let me say it again. The nigga that lead this shit representate all the niggas that's in the shit. So your leader is a representation of who you are as a person at your core. I don't think Trump is a shitty person. I just think he be tweaking out. Nigga, I done heard that we done had 3 different Trumps. Nigga, the fucking conspiracy theorists, I like to put quotes on shit because we need names are just so we can understand what we're referring to. My name Mont. So I heard Mont. Oh yeah, you're referring to this vessel right here. So the conspiracy theories, the conspiracy theorists done said that ain't even Trump. He done been out of office like 3 times. But that's besides the point, cuz. I don't know the man, cuz. I don't know what's going on for shit sure. So there's no point of me reacting off of it. Accidental deaths done crush me. And not even accidental deaths, but bullshit ass deaths. Like niggas don't even know the full, but it's like fuck it, we about to go. You know what I mean? I don't fuck with that. If you don't know for certain, why even, you know? Because I wouldn't want a nigga to not know something for certain about me. It'd be a rumor about me, and he just come in and tap my shit, tap my fucking nugget. That'd be some fucked up shit. So I don't fuck with that assumption shit. That shit
a gunfight, a battle, and a shootout.
Officers involved in the raid testified that they were fired on from 4 different rooms in the apartment by shotgun.
And before I could get past the threshold, there were 3 shots fired from the rear bedroom.
They played back a story that you could not even fathom. They gave a fictional account of what happened. Again, vilifying the Black Panther Party.
I mean, they were firing at police.
Yes, sir. We saw the shots coming out of the 2 bedrooms.
This attack by the Black Panthers on the police clearly demonstrates the true character of the Black Panther Party.
But experts and lawyers hired by the Panthers, along with other journalists, inspected the crime scene. The Panthers even opened the apartment so that anyone could examine it. And a drastically different picture emerged. It was clear that the police had fired unprovoked. Of the nearly 100 shots fired, only 1 possible shot could have come from a Panther's gun, likely from Mark Clark at the front door. The bullet holes that the police said came from Black Panthers were nail heads. Later, it also emerged that the FBI had assisted Chicago police with the raid. The FBI had an informant within the Black Panther Party named William O'Neill, who had become chief of security and Hampton's bodyguard.
Welcome to Wix Harmony. Take the speed of AI and pixel level control.
to be informants.
O'Neill had provided the FBI with a hand-drawn floor plan of the apartment, which the FBI then gave to Chicago police. And evidence strongly suggests that before the raid, O'Neill had drugged Hampton. In the years after Hampton's assassination, the police and the FBI continued to imprison dozens of party members across the country. The official Black Panther Party would continue to exist until 1982, but membership decreased dramatically, and it would never be the same.
And I hope that each one of you will be able to die in the international proletarian revolutionary struggle, or even be able to live in it. And I think that struggle is going to come. Why don't you live for the people? Why don't you struggle for the people? Why don't you die for the people?
Fred Hampton wanted revolution. Those in power wanted to destroy him and what he stood for. But they weren't totally successful.
Chairman Fred lives. You know what I'm saying? Through the military assault, through the destruction of the party as an organization itself, you know, by the state, the legacy of the party is still here.
Today, the work of Fred Hampton is alive through some of the same programs that marked him as a threat.
Many of the programs that the Panther...
Well, it's like, bro, because I want to be one of them niggas that, like, see all the money coming in from taxes and, like, all the money that the government is making because, like, fucking school lunch, why the fuck is that even a thing thought of that you should have to pay for that shit? Because I remember when I really couldn't afford school lunch, I think they had substitute options for me to get and shit like that. Some schools did it, some schools didn't, but like literally every fucking school should have free, healthy lunch. It's like, bro, in my mind, it doesn't compute and it doesn't make sense of why we're not feeding these kids good and giving it to them for free. We are telling your ass you have to come. No, you have to come or your parents is going to fucking jail. No, you have to come to school. So guess what? I'm going to feed you. And I'm going to feed you good. So you can have a clear mind to think while you're here. I'm not going to just stuff your fucking mouth hole so you can feel your hunger. No, something that's good for your fucking body. That only makes sense to me. What the fuck? Healthcare. Why the fuck are niggas paying to go to the hospital when they get hurt? Nigga, accidents happen. Okay, yeah, niggas do dumb shit. And they put themselves in certain positions. Accidents happen, my nigga. Shit happened that it's not... I'm gonna say it ain't nobody's fault. But it happens so we can correct those issues. Niggas get hurt, bro. Why? Niggas try to rob me. I'm tussling with him. He fuck around, shoot me. I gotta go to the hospital to get past it. Man, I gotta pay for the hospital bill. What the fuck? I just got robbed, my nigga. What the fuck you mean? I have to pay for this hospital bill. Nigga, if that's the case, fuck it. I'm about to learn how to stitch my damn self up. You know what I mean? Cause it's like, what the fuck? Why pay for healthcare? That's crazy. Like that in my mind, it don't compute like it used to. Before I was even thinking about it, putting thoughts on it. Like, what the fuck? Let's pay for healthcare. You know when you go to jail, bro, you have to pay to be there. You're forcing me to be here. I don't want to be here. The fuck? I didn't ask you to lock me up or arrest me. Don't get me wrong. No, it's rules that niggas need to abide by, or not. They go get some rehabilitation so you can goddamn get your mind straight, so you can realize why these rules are in place. But there's a lot of shit that shouldn't be paid for that's paid for. Like, it's like motherfuckers just want to make money. It's just money. It ain't about raising as a whole. Nigga, everybody ain't trying to raise. Everybody ain't gonna be there. You don't have to make it pay to win. Because then you have bullshit ass niggas that's going up. I mean, maybe they're not going up spiritually. Or maybe they're not going up mentally. But it's like authority is what I mean. You know? Nigga talking about my dad gave me a small loan of $1 million. Knowing damn well how there is money everywhere. And $1 million can be small to some people. But nigga, be for real. Be for real, cuz. You give me a small loan, $1 million for, I might fuck around and never talk to nobody else again. Like, just move. Of course, that's not gonna happen. I'm just have to hold my fucking tongue and pretend like I'm still fucking broke. Cause if you up and move and up and go, then they're gonna know. They're gonna know. Oh yeah, Phonum just got some crazy ass bread and he ain't trying to break off. Fuck. Of course, I don't. I mean, I'm going too deep. I'm going.
Panthers created are now staples of our society. We didn't have free breakfast in schools prior to the Black Panther Party's free breakfast program. Those free clinics, almost every major college campus got a free legal aid clinic. The ways in which sickle.
Go ahead and do and help your community how you're supposed to be helping your community. What you think needs to be added to your community, go ahead add it, and then the system might come through, see what you're doing, and fuck around and implement that as a whole for the nation. You know what I'm saying? It start off with one domino, and then the rest of the dominoes fall. And then again, okay, Trump said small loan of $1 million. He probably never been in a position where $1 million was a lot of money. So he doesn't know how these people feel. He doesn't know how these people think. You get what I'm saying? So you know how these people think. You've been there, you know? So add to them. You already adding to yourself every day, nigga. Get up and go to work. Nigga, pay your bills, nigga. Get this shit you like. Deck your room out. How your room looking nice. You know what I'm saying? Go get you a car to get from point A to B. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take care of yourself in order to take care of these people. That's fucking obvious. But help your fucking community, nigga. Stop being a bitch. Stop saying, oh, I gotta do this for me. Shut your bitch ass up. On God. That's from my perspective, that's what a bitch is. A selfish motherfucker. Cause I feel like it's easy to be selfish. I feel like it's niggas will still fuck with you if you're selfish, cause they can still benefit off you if they're seen around you. You know? So I feel like being selfish is easy. And it might be hard for some other people, but like my perspective, you a bitch.
Sickle cell testing is now respected as a disease by the CDC and others. None of that stuff existed before the party. I think that's revolutionary.
Manipulated to go kill somebody, you're a bitch.
The history of the Black Panther Party is going toe-to-toe with this government. Will never die. Never die.
And no funny shit. Niggas really be dying for fucking another nigga female. Like, think about it. Okay, you're in a relationship, you and your girlfriend, another guy comes and he gets your female to open her legs up. Now you want to kill this man. What the fuck? Everything that this bitch got is something out there that's better. Every fucking quality that you like about her, somebody that got that quality and might got more of that quality. Why the fuck are you gonna kill this man? Cause you don't want him to play with you. Nigga playing in your face. Ashe, man, Ashe. I seen a video of this nigga, a skit. It's like when your angel talking to you and the devil talking to you and shit. And the nigga had ran off with some weed. Angel like, bro, it's just weed, bro. $20. That ain't really that much. Devil like, bro, that nigga playing in your face, cause he playing with your character. Now the next nigga gonna know. Man, I've been saying this for a little minute too, bro. Killing the nigga is an illusion. It's so other people cannot do what that man did to you. If this man run off with some weed and you kill him, it's because you want people to fear the fact of running off on you is gonna result into death, which is not always the case. Nigga, you know how this shit go. It go anyway. Anyway. You saw what happened to Jeff. Face shot, he caught that bitch. I'm talking about like a Randy Moss on a Hail Mary, he caught that bitch. But he was 11. Shit don't matter. The fuck? You doing that for your own personal gain. You're not, man, come on. Nigga don't give a fuck how many bodies you got. You can still leave this bitch just like him. If you get stabbed in your fucking side, you're gonna bleed. If you stab that man in his fucking ribcage, he's gonna bleed. Niggas already have that in their mind. So you think you gonna just up and play Tony Tough Guy and a nigga not gonna come tap that shit like on some real genuine shit. Somebody's coming. Somebody want that clout too. Somebody want that name. It's gonna be a young nigga. And Lord knows what that young nigga got in his mind. You've been a bully all your life. What if he gets you and he just bully you for the rest of your life? If you know what the fuck I mean by that. Every nigga don't want you just to leave this bitch, cuz. Like, genuinely. Every nigga don't just want you. Fuck. Oh yeah, he did. I got that rep. Nah. Some of these niggas are genuinely fucking insane. They want to see you suffer. You may be a nigga that top nuggets. Okay. Shit. Karma, bitch. And Karma's so fucking. Karma's such a bitch, and you know how bitches get. You do something small to a bitch, she gonna take it to the stream. You go out in a relationship and fuck another female, that bitch is gonna fuck your pops. This bitch is like that. That's what a bitch is. And Karma is a bitch. I say, let's go. Real shit. Hey, cuz.
Thanks for watching this
I
video.
love watching shit like
If you
this.
want
The information that source give me when I watch shit like this, it be fucking immaculate. That's why I keep putting shit like this in my feed. Like this whole video, I really won't. I was paying attention, listening to what they were saying. Can I recite everything word for word? Fuck no, not even fucking close. I probably couldn't even tell you one sentence they said. Not off the top of my head. But when I watch this type of thing, I get certain type of thoughts in my mind, and you know it kind of helped me float with the shit. But you know that's how the shit go. I'm gonna fuck with y'all boys. We gonna be alright.